Welcome friends. In today's video I wish to invite you to relax and to see if you can soften the idea of fear and reconstruct it in a way where you can see that the only thing you're ever truly afraid of is a feeling, is a sensation. So let's dive into this. What does it mean to be afraid? What happens when we are afraid of something? Our system closes down, we shut down, we think we need to protect ourselves. Well, of course, there are some exceptions where fear is relevant. For example, if a train is coming and you're on the track. But this has more to do with instincts rather than fear. But let's zoom into fear. What happens when fear arises? Maybe a social fear or a fear of death. Not death in the sense of, like I said before, of like being on the train track and a train is coming and just your survival instincts kick in. But actually fear of maybe a social death or being fearful of not living a life that is fulfilling or letting go of a past version of yourself. All of these have one thing in common, and that is that when a specific sensation arises, even if we call this sensation fear, then that is what blocks us down. Then that is what makes us close our heart, makes us protect ourselves, try and separate ourselves. But what if you do not have to be afraid of a feeling or a sensation? What if you can allow all sensations to arise within your consciousness? What if you do not flinch? What if you do not wobble as these sensations arise? This is basically what we're working towards, to be free from reacting to these sensations, to these feelings, so that you can reach a state in which it doesn't matter what arises within your consciousness, within your awareness, you are good, you are okay. Because you have clearly locked into your being that you don't need to be afraid of a sensation. And why not, you may ask? Because you are aware of the sensation. The sensation, the feeling, doesn't reach the true you. The storm in the sky doesn't affect the sky itself. You are in that sense the eye of the storm. And once you can more confidently relax into this or rest as this, you can allow all of these sensations to come up. And you could even invite them right now. Just start slowly and then build up. Okay, maybe something that I'm fearful for is public humiliation, or being by myself, or speaking in front of a crowd. Something along these lines. Just invite that fear to come up. And instead of what we normally do, like quickly put it down, look the other way, distract ourselves, sedate ourselves, just be like, okay, I'm just going to practice opening my aperture, opening my heart, my being, my core to these sensations, and see if there's really something to be afraid of, and be curious, like in a childlike, innocent way. Okay, fuck it. I'm just going to call upon these sensations that normally I'm running away of, these feelings of uncomfortability or sadness or frustration or anger, and just invite them in, like, okay, come in, come and play. Let's see who's really afraid. And then as you invite in these energies, or you conjure up an image of something that you are fearful of, or that you think you are fearful of, and just allow that to arise and just be with it for a moment. Investigate it. Like, okay, what am I truly afraid of? What am I truly afraid of that will happen? Like, what is truly the worst case scenario that my mind is projecting on this situation? Maybe public humiliation. Oh, that would mean the end of me. No one would ever love me. Or trying to come up with another example which resonates for many of you. Yeah, I would say the fear of death, the fear of not existing anymore, of coming to an end, of needing to hold on to something. For example, the end of your identity, the end of who you've always believed yourself to be in this life. Can you look at that? Can you investigate that? Can you be confident enough to look at that and also stand without your idea, your concept, which is just a concept, it's just a story, it's not really who you are. If you can conjure that up and see, would it be really so bad to let go of this idea of myself, this concept of myself? Even if I hold it for 50, 60, 70 years, if you can look clearly, if you can look directly, you can actually see that that has nothing to do with the true you. It is besides the point. It is not truly who you are. It's just something that you do. Something that is generated by thought and ideas and sensations and comparing and relating and doing all of these things. But once you develop the courage, once you become brave enough to let this go for short moments at a time, where you just become silent, where you just shush yourself, then you can start looking beyond these walls, this prison of your mind that you have created yourself, this prison in your mind to keep you safe. To keep you safe from what? What are you trying to keep yourself safe from? You're always eternally existent. Nothing can change existence. You cannot put a dent in existence. No matter how hard you try, you cannot stop being aware. Try it just for a moment. Stop being aware. Use all your power, all your ideas, all your concepts, all that you believe yourself to be, and try to stop being. It's futile. It won't make a difference. You cannot fight God. You cannot fight Source. You cannot fight all that is. And what is your life but an argument, but resisting life, God, Source? So find within yourself that humility to quiet yourself down, to calm the fuck down, to the F up. So that life can reveal itself to you as it is. Not as a description, not as a thought, not as a projection, as it is. Wouldn't you like to know what life actually is? Who you truly are? Do you not wish to know this? Do you not wish to be free from your own created prison of the mind, of comparing, of analyzing, doing all of these things? It has a place, sure, but if we're speaking about awakening, if we're speaking about gnosis, true knowing of who you are, then we need to set aside all the things that we think we know. We need to, in that sense, allow it to be burned to the ground. If it doesn't survive the silence, the stillness, the emptiness, then it's not real. And it's even logical in that sense that if you let go of all the things you have believed yourself to be, if you become truly humble, quiet, then what will remain naturally will be that which is true. So you can rest as truth, not just once in a while recognize it, even though that's valuable too, but more and more stay connected to truth, stay connected with the oneness, the unity in all situations, so that you can never be fooled again. Sure, fear might arise because we picked up a lot of debris on this path. But still, see that that is just a sensation appearing on the screen of your consciousness. The movie that is being projected onto the screen, doesn't matter what kind of movie it is, doesn't affect the screen. Whatever happens does not affect you. And if you wish to awaken to who you truly are, then learn how to shh yourself so that you can naturally see what actually is. You can touch base with existence, with God, with I amness. All these words just pointing to you. Not the concept of you, but the one that is aware of that concept. And then you will be fearless. Fear might still arise, but you could be fearless towards this fear. It's just nice configurations of energy on the screen, like a good movie has like all the emotions, the fear, the release, the liberation, all of that. But you can rest prior to that. You can rest with fear. Fear is safe. You can open your heart up to it. And start gently, start slowly, until you build a conviction where you can look fear, you can look death in the eye, and you won't blink. Not even for a second, because you are connected with that which is true. And there's a quote, I think it is from A Course in Miracles. Nothing that is true can be threatened, and nothing that is unreal ever existed. Herein lies the peace of God. And it's a similar quote from one of my favorite book series called The Atlantean Secrets. Goes like, where he says, one law, one way, he who never sleeps never dies. That which never sleeps, that which is always awake, that is which always aware, cannot die. And the only true fear is for death. And these sensations that we get, they imply death to us. Oh, this means this is threatening me, my existence, my little bubble. Fuck your bubble. Do you want freedom? Do you want truth? Then be willing to put it all on the altar, to sacrifice it, to quiet down, to let it all die down, to let the mind starve, to see through the mind, beyond the mind, into that which actually is. And then, my friend, you'll be fearless. You'll be truthful, and there is nothing that can ever shake your core foundation, your core being. Enjoy this. Drop down any insights, comments into the comments, and let's integrate this. Let's make sure that we're not fearful beings, but that we are, as we've always have been, powerful and infinite creators. Stay true.